and not enough time. What am I, the thorn in your eye? It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down. Come on, free your mind by your alibi for a time. I'm walking on stones and glass. When I reach out my hand, I know you can't stand me for what I am. But once I had it all your only things ain't just without wings. Too much sun and not enough sky. What am I, the thorn in your eye? Too much sun and not enough sky. What am I, the thorn in your eye? Too much sun and not enough sky. I'm lost again, but I gotta maintain. Too much sun and not enough sky. What am I, the thorn in your eye?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 8 of Season 3 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the NRA 500 at Texas Motor Speedway. This is our first of 2 stops at Texas this season. Very fast mile-and-a-half track, it's very grippy, and it's night racing here too, so these drivers are going to have a lot of grip to work with here tonight here at Texas, and we're going to see some interesting racing going on here tonight. Now, the top 10 in point standings heading into this race, Chris Washer still leads the points, but this time by only 12 points over rookie Cassandra Renzi. And then Eric Burden is in third. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Fifth is Austin Weiner. And then the rest of the top 10 is Jessica Sheldon, Brandon Nichols, Michael Norman, Jesse King, and PJ Williams. So that is how your top 10 in points look going into this race. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's race here at Texas.
Imagine the dreams of a 13-year-old looking up at the sky, wondering how the world can be so cold. This kid wasn't told it would be like this. At nighttime, wishes to be safe from this abyss. Cause this shit is something that can be dismissed. A boy born as a girl who is going through the stress. He's got a shotgun but can't play for the team. His school won't let him even know it's his dream. Now he's sitting in bed with a loaded gun, thinking about blowing his brains out to Kingdom Come. Cause he's been bullied and teased all his life. Almost killed himself 2 years ago by slitting his wrist with a knife. I wonder if he sees the things I see for him. 10 years down the line, speaking at the forum. A college graduate up at the top of his class. The first trans NFL player up in the draft.
Pace car pulling into pit road. David Rivera, Austin Weiner on the front row. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Austin Weiner didn't get off to a very good jump on that start, and neither really did David Rivera. Here comes Rue McIntyre as well as Michael Walden and Seth Cole. Michael Walden going to try to go to low line to get around Rue McIntyre for the second spot, and let's see if he's going to be able to get to David Rivera in time. He's there on the bottom, but David Rivera is going to lead the first lap tonight here at Texas. Meanwhile, we still got the battle for second going on between Michael Walden and Rue McIntyre, and also coming in is Michael Norman, the Daytona 500 winner. And now he looks underneath of Rue McIntyre for the third spot. Meanwhile, Michael Walden still trying to get underneath and get around his teammate David Rivera for the lead. And he's going to be able to do it, I think, coming off of turn 2 here. And now here comes Jessica Sheldon, Jecko Knight, and Austin Weiner into the picture as it's 3 wide for third with Sheldon, McIntyre, and Rivera settles down to double wide. Now here comes Michael Norman to the lead underneath of rookie Michael Walden. And that was a dead close finish to the line. Who got the lap? It was Michael Norman. And now Jessica Shelton is going to work the bottom groove. And now also here comes Jekko Knight. This is going to be 3 wide from the lead on back. Oh, they almost went 4 wide with Austin Weiner trying to get in there, but they settled it. And Jessica Shelton is currently the leader. Oh man, this is getting really, really racy back here. This is up towards the front of the field. Now Jekko Knight, he is still working that bottom groove. So too is Austin Weiner. Look who else is up in here. Cody Hagan, Kendall Maynor, and Ken Thero are all up here. And meanwhile, Shelton continues to lead. Jessica Shelton trying to go for her 7th career Walmart Cup Series victory. Regain the co-holder of the all-time win record in Walmart Cup competition with Chris Washer. And now here comes Rue McIntyre to the bottom as he's now finally going to get a shot at the lead. And he will lead this lap. We have not had a caution come out yet in this race, which has been very, very good. And since we are still under green, we're going to wait until we get to the start-finish line to see where everybody is currently running at the moment. But clearly out in front as the leader, Rue McIntyre is the leader. 2nd is Jekko Knight. 3rd is Austin Weiner. 4th is Michael Norman. 5th is Kendall Maynor. 6th is Michael Walton. 7th is Jessica Shelton. 8th is Jordan Culp. 9th is Chris Washer. 10th, or Ken Thero. 10th is Chris Washer. 11th is Matt McIntyre. 12th is Chase Oliver. 13th is David Rivera. 14th, Cody Hagan. 15th is Ian Dutta. 16th, Sonny Hammond. 17th, Justin Talampas. 18th, or 19th is Dylan Young. Or 19th, Cassandra Renzi. 20th is Seth Cole. 21st was Brandon Nichols. Now that is to Gabe Williams. 23rd is Kyle Matthews. 24th, Charles Jackson. 25th is Jesse Setti. 26th is Cody Lamas. 27th is Larry Hagan. 28th is Alex Pedro. 29th, Alex Hawkins. 30th is Jesse King. 31st is Ryan Anderson Jr. 32nd is Anthony McCurry. 33rd is PJ Williams. 34th is now Henrietta Fitzwater. 35th, Biggie Spencer. 36th, Nick Pericles. 37th, Zachary Fitzwater. 38th, Dylan Thero. 39th, Ian Siegel. 40th is Eric Burton. 41st is Trent Dunham. And dead last right now is Eric Enrage. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre continues to lead, and now Austin Weiner's gotten to 2nd. Shelton in the last couple laps has gone up from 7th up to 3rd now. This has just been very, very good racing, and now it is 40 to go, and the caution flag is out for the first time today as the catch fence is lighting up yellow. Let's see who was in this. Oh, Sonny Hammond was in whatever this was. So too was Cody Hagan. And Anthony McCurry, Dylan Thero. And I see Alex Pedro got damage out of that. Jesse King is off the track. Henrietta Fitzwater, Biggie Spencer all got in there. What about Eric Enrage? No, he's good. Looking around for any more cars that might have been involved. And it doesn't look like anybody else was in there, so I think this was about a 4, 5 to 6 car accident that took place. And now Rue McIntyre, among others, are coming in the pits. So far, they're going with 2 tires. Let's see if they're going to take 4. Austin Weiner's taking 4. So too is Rue McIntyre. And those 2 are the top 2 right now. Kyle Matthews actually got in there. So too did Ryan Anderson Jr., or that could just be a glitch. Yeah, it was a glitch. I apologize. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre got outbeat out of the pits by Austin Weiner, so The top 5 when we go to the restart is going to be Austin Weiner, Jessica Sheldon, Kendall Maynor, Rue McIntyre, and Jekko Knight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we're under caution, let's take a break and take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution out for the first time tonight here at Texas. Well, here's a look at it. It was 3 wide with Sonny Hammond, Cody Hagan, and David Rivera. And it looks like Sonny Hammond just crowds Cody Hagan. And then look at Sonny Hammond up on a side and riding the wall. He pretty much pulled a Martin Truex and a Casey Kane right there. Now that was where the caution started. And now Sonny Hammond's going to go barrel rolling down the racetrack. There he went over once, twice, 3 times, stuck on a side, but he comes back down on all 4 tires. So he barrel rolled 3 times down the banking, and unfortunately he was damaged goods. But then we get another incident, pretty much starting off after Hagan and Hammond make contact. Let's see what happens with the 11 other than just that particular hit. Let's see, is he gonna come down into anybody? Let's see. Oh, he comes down into Charles Jackson, into King, and that's where Spencer and McCrory get their damage. Now, then, old Trent Dunham and Dylan Thero all get into Anthony McCrory, and then Jesse King got additional damage. Who does Henrietta Fitzwater get into the backup? Oh, it looked like she hit Cody Hagan. I don't know, let's see. I think she does right there. So immediately after, and then Alex Pedro, yeah, like I said, he got involved in there too. So it pretty much, this accident started, the second portion of the wreck happened immediately after the 07 got turned by the 11, and then when the 11 was trying to find his way out of the track, he gets down in front of Charles Jackson, and it was on from there. Let's actually take a look at the start of the accident one more time, this time from the helicopter camera. And this is around the 15th position, as it's 3 wide, and then Hammond, I think he's trying to get a run, but he got a little bit tight, and he comes up into the 11, and then off they go into the wall, and Hammond rides the wall, and then we'll start barrel rolling. But then the 11, Jackson, it looked like he just flat out got up into the 11, and then McCrory and King get caught up, so too did the 36, and then the 17 and the 1's going to hit McCrory up ahead, and there was when Fitzwater got her damage, and then Pedro coming up in behind Dunham. So there were a couple more cars involved in this accident that I didn't really know about. But this was the closest big wreck we've had so far today. But ladies and gentlemen, now we'll do it for our look at the replay. Let's take you back to the restart at Texas. Well, after that last caution, we have a few cars out of the race, and they are Jesse, or actually, let's double check for McCrory, see if he's out or not. No, he's still on track a lap down. What about Jesse King? He's out, and then the rest of the cars behind him are out of the race, and they are Biggie Spencer, Cody Hagan, and Sonny Hammond. Anyways, Austin Weiner is your leader. Second is Jessica Sheldon. Third is Kendall Maynor. Fourth is Rue McIntyre. Fifth is Jekko Knight. Sixth is Ian Duddas. Seventh is Michael Norman. Eighth is Michael Walden. Ninth is Chase Oliver. 10th is Ken Thier. And the rest of the top 20 is Justin Talampas, Matt McIntyre, Dylan Young, Brandon Nichols, Cassandra Renzi, Seth Cole, Chris Washer, Larry Hagan, Jordan Culp, Jesse Setti. Top 30, Alex Hawkins, Kyle Matthews, Cody Lamas, Gabe Williams, Zachary Fitzwater, Ian Siegel, David Rivera, Ryan Anderson Jr., Nick Pericles, PJ Williams, Eric Enrage, Eric Burden, Henrietta Fitzwater, Trent Dunham, Charles Jackson, Alex Pedro, Dylan Thero with the lap car of McCrory. Green flag back out here at Texas, and when we come by next time, it'll be 35 to go, so we're almost to the halfway point, though not quite. Austin Weiner, I don't know if he got off to that great of a jump on that restart, because here comes Sheldon right on his back bumper. But now she's going to go up high, and Kendall Maynor, oh, wait a minute. What in the world? The 22's on pit road. Something is probably wrong with that 22 car. This is very, very bizarre. What in the world is happening to the 22? Did they not get all the fuel? I guess they didn't get all the fuel in that car, it looked like. That is a tough, tough break for that 22 team. But nonetheless, that's going to hand the lead over to Jessica Shelton. What a bizarre turn of events for that 22 team. He's going to have to hope for a caution to come out very, very soon. And then he'll get to restart on the inside line and eventually maybe get around the leaders. And then if a caution came out there again, he would be back on the lead lap and maybe can make some ground up on the leaders. Though I don't know if that's going to happen, but battle for the lead between two Fords, Chase Oliver and Rue McIntyre. Battling it out for the lead, and now here comes yet another Ford, Michael Walton. This track is pretty much a Ford motorsport racetrack, as Fords always seem to be the strong cars in this race, and we've got 4 of them in the top 5 with Oliver, Walton, McIntyre, and Dutta. 2 of them are Roush cars, 1 of them's Wood Brothers, and 1 of them's Yates Racing up here in this top 5. Meanwhile, while we're still under green, all of a sudden there's like a separated pack of cars all of a sudden, but must have been from when the 22 slowed down when he came in the pit road. It separated the packs up. But meanwhile, let's take a look and see how the field currently runs. As Chase Oliver is your leader. 2nd is Jessica Shelton. 3rd is Michael Walden. 4th is Rue McIntyre. 5th is Ian Dutta. 6th is Kendall Maynor. 7th is Jecko Knight. 8th is Seth Cole. 9th is Dylan Young. 10th is Brandon Nichols. 11th is Matt McIntyre. 12th is Cassandra Renzi. Make that Alex Hawkins, then Renzi. 14th is Zachary Fitzwater. And I guess if you want to say 16th, well, let's see how he scored right now, Ryan Anderson Jr., since we had that little mix-up. 15th. 16th is Larry Hagan. 17th is Kyle Matthews. 18th is PJ Williams. 19th is Gabe Williams. 20th is Chris Washer. 21st is Eric Enrage. 22nd is Justin Talampas. 23rd is Michael Norman. 24th is Ken Thero. 25th is Cody Lamas. 26th is Jordan Culp. 27th is pole sitter David Rivera. He's just not had that great of a run tonight. 28th is Eric Burton. 29th is Jesse Setti. 30th is Ian Siegel. 31st is Nick Pericles. 32nd is Dylan Thero. 33rd is Charles Jackson. 34th is Trent Dunham. 35th is Alex Pedro. 36th is Henrietta Fitzwater. 37th, the first car a lap down, Austin Weiner. And I believe they must have gotten around McCrory. And indeed they have. And wow, McCrory is holding up a lot of cars. Matt McIntyre is the biggest victim because he was almost in the top 10. And now he's falling out big time. And Renzi, Cassandra Renzi, this is not what she needed at all. She needs to try to stay ahead of Chris Washer. As now Washer is clearly ahead of Renzi now. And that was not what Renzi needed. Meanwhile, we got a new leader, Rue McIntyre, up at the front. And now we are halfway through this race. And Rue McIntyre leads. The top 5 is McIntyre, Shelton, Oliver, Maynor, and Walton. 2 rookies right now in the top 5 and 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, there's Checo Knight, Ian Duddall right in there behind. And now here comes Jessica Sheldon in the bottom to try to get the lead back for herself. All three of these drivers up here, Sheldon, McIntyre, and Oliver, are all trying to get their first win of the season, though Rue McIntyre trying to go for his first career Walmart Cup Series win. He almost won last week at Thornton. He was within a half a second behind the leader on the last lap, but he didn't time his moves right. Sheldon's the leader, but now Chase Oliver is back underneath to try to get up to the lead again. But meanwhile, that's opened up room for Kendall Maynard and Michael Walden to come up here and battle for the lead as well. And now I guess some cars from that second pack, at least one of them at the moment, Brandon Nichols is now up here into the fray as well. Meanwhile, Chase Oliver still leads, and we have had a very nice long green flag run after when that first caution came out for that incident with Cody Hagan and Sonny Hammond. Chase Oliver kind of got a little tight in the middle of that corner, and now Sheldon's right there on the back bumper, but she's not going to be able to make a pass, at least at the moment. Now she goes to the bottom. And now she's trying to get a run underneath of Chase Oliver for the lead. And she is there underneath. Let's see if she can clear him off of turn 2 this time. She doesn't quite clear him yet, although she's clearly ahead. But let's see if she can clear him this time off of 4. As now Rue McIntyre's coming up here. And Sheldon does clear Oliver, so now Sheldon is back up at the front. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre's on the low line underneath of the 21 of Chase Oliver. But still, and you got 3 Fords. Actually make that, oh, and they caught McCreary again. They caught McCreary again. This could not end well. Now Oliver and Walden and Nichols are getting held up, and now that opens up more cars from that second pack to come up here. There is Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Ryan Anderson Jr., and Alex Hawkins all up here, but there are still cars getting held up. Chase Oliver's getting held up. Brandon Nichols, Checo Knight, Ian Dutta. Now it's just Chase Oliver getting held up. That is a tough break for that 21 car. He will have to hope for a caution to come out so he can be back up to the front. Now he's finally going to get underneath of McCreary. And now McCreary, oh, these guys are coming full speed ahead. Now Cody Lamas is getting held up at the moment. And now here comes David Rivera with a huge run, but unfortunately he's going to get held up too. So too will Larry Hagan and Kyle Matthews, among others. And oh, we almost had contact between Kyle Matthews and David Rivera right there. Lamas finally gets by, but Rivera's still not been able to get around that 61. Now he's going to go to the bottom. Meanwhile, back up at the front is Rue McIntyre. He is now up to the lead once again as it's 16 to go. Let's take a look and see how the field currently runs at the moment. Rue McIntyre is your leader. Second is Kendall Maynard. Third is Michael Walden. Fourth is now Dylan Young. Fifth is Jessica Sheldon. Sixth is Seth Cole. Seventh is Ryan Anderson Jr. Eighth is Alex Hawkins. Ninth is Brandon Nichols. 10th is Ian Dutta. 11th is Chase Oliver. 12th is Checo Knight. 13th is Gabe Williams. 14th is Zachary Fitzwater. 15th is Justin Talapas. 16th is Eric Enrage. 17th Jesse Setti. 18th Michael Norman. 19th PJ Williams. 20th is Ken Thero. 21st is Jordan Culp. 22nd is Matt McIntyre. 23rd is Chris Washer. 24th is Cody Lamas. 25th is Kyle Matthews. 26th is Eric Burton. 27th is Larry Hagan. 28th now is Cassandra Renzi. 29th, David Rivera. 30th is Ian Siegel. 31st is Nick Pericles. 32nd, Charles Jackson. 33rd now is Trent Dunham. 34th is Dylan Thero. Still 37th, Austin Weiner. And 38th, Anthony McCurry. 35th is Alex Pedro. And Henrietta Fitzwater, I know, is somewhere around in 36. Meanwhile, I think if they stay green, they are going to catch. The leaders are going to end up catching that 10 car of Alex Pedro. But the thing with Pedro, he's a lot faster than Anthony McCurry. So I don't know if there's going to be too bad of a problem for the leaders to get around Pedro, because Pedro, despite with no hood and front end damage, he's a lot faster than McCurry. So I don't think it's this, if anybody gets held up, I don't think it's going to be as bad. Meanwhile, almost 3 wide for third with Seth Cole, Michael Walden, and Jessica Shelton. Meanwhile, Dylan Young is now up to the second position. Dylan Young trying to go for his first win of the season here. And Dylan Young has had a struggle so far this season. I forget where he comes into the race at in points. And now the 28 is almost to the 10 of Pedro. And now he is right there. And he's getting held up a little bit. But now he's going to go underneath. And going to be able to keep it going. 10 laps to go here at Texas. And now they are going to catch McCurry again. Oh man, this is going to be bad if they don't get around him quick enough. Now McIntyre got held up, so too did Dylan Young, Jessica Sheldon, Michael Walden right behind Pedro. And now the high line is getting held up by 2 cars, McCurry and Pedro. And now, oh my goodness. And I think pit stops are taking place. Green flag pit stops. This is the money stop for a lot of these guys. Because Dylan Young's there. Jessica Shelton is there. But meanwhile, Rue McIntyre stayed out an extra lap to keep the lead and maybe try to pull ahead a little more. But let's see if he's coming down pit road this time. He's slowing down, and yes, he is coming down. So too is Michael Walden and Seth Cole, although Alex Hawkins was slowed down from when they tried to slow down into the pits, but now Justin Talampas is the leader. Though he hasn't pitted yet, but now they are getting ready to catch McCurry once again. It's like Anthony McCurry has been the detriment to a lot of drivers in this race. Particularly for Chase Oliver, because Chase Oliver was a front runner, and then he got held up for a long time by McCurry and was forced out of the top 10. And now Hawkins and all them are in pit road. Did Austin Weiner get his lap back? I think he did. Austin Weiner somehow got his lap back. But where is the 28 of Rue McIntyre at? That's my question. And the caution flag is out. This changes everything. This changes everything. And Talampas was scored as the leader coming off of the pits. This can change the complexity of this race. And Rue McIntyre, it appeared that he got outbeat by Jessica Shelton out of the pits. And now that caution was actually a benefit for Austin Weiner, who led early on and then came down the pit road for an unscheduled pit stop due to not getting enough fuel in his car. But let's see if he's coming down. He's running a little lower. I don't know if he has to. I don't know if he pitted yet or not. Let's see if he is coming down. It looks like he is. I thought that caution was beneficial for the 22, but I guess it wasn't. So that's still a tough break for the 22, but at least I think he is back on the lead lap, as he was last scored in 6th, now 9th due to crossing the line. But this changes the race. But what did the caution come out for? Is there any cars that got damaged? Apparently Talampas. No, that's just a glitch. I can't seem to find anybody who was involved in anything. So maybe it was an incident on pit road, I would assume. because I didn't see any smoke on the racetrack from anything, but Talampas, he's now into the back of the field. I guess he is now I guess Talampas is the leader, but he's the last car in the field. This is very, very bizarre, but then again, with that caution coming out, it changed the complexity of the race. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at a replay of what brought the caution out for the second time tonight here at Texas. Well, I couldn't find what happened as far as what brought the caution out. It must have been a debris caution, though I didn't see anything fly out of anybody's cars. So this caution was very, very unusual. And this lineup is unusual since the caution came out during pit stops. Justin Talampas is your leader, though he's towards the back of the field. Second is Jessica Sheldon. Third is Rue McIntyre. Fourth is Dylan Young. Fifth is Alex Hawkins. Sixth is Michael Walden. Seventh is Kendall Maynard. Eighth is Chase Oliver. Ninth is Jecko Knight. 10th, Brandon Nichols. That is your top 10, though Talampas is towards the back. So unless he gets wrecked, Talampas is most likely going to be your winner. And also, when we go racing, it'll be 2 laps to go, at least for Talampas. Everybody else, it's 3 or more. But here we go. They're all off and running now. Though this is very, very unusual. No wreck happened, but I guess it was a debris caution. And whoa, Weiner about turned. Talampas and Weiner, he appears to have something wrong with his car because he was running the apron, and I was not too sure as to what happened there. But meanwhile, Talampas is the leader according to scoring, and he's coming to the white flag. White flag is out for Justin Talampas, but second right now is Rue McIntyre, though if this was the proper scoring, he would be the leader, and this is all a big battle for the lead. But unfortunately, due to scoring issues when the caution came out and pit stops happening at the end of the race, it screwed everything up. But Justin Talampas ought to thank himself, but coming to the checkered flag to get his first career Cup win, Justin Talampas wins at Texas. I was going to say he ought to thank his crew for letting him stay out longer and thank that caution, because that was a very, a good timing caution, because when the caution came out, there was no race back to the line, and Talampas came in as the leader. He came out as the leader, and Justin Talampas, luckily for him, he was able to win here at Texas. Meanwhile, the battle for second still going on, although I'm not sure if they're racing back to the line. Doesn't look like it. They're all slowing down. Oh, and we got a wreck back here. Cody Lamas, Larry Hagan, Cassandra Renzi, David Rivera. I guess they all slowed down and they all just piled up right there. And apparently that signaled the caution, though it don't matter. The race is over either way for these drivers. Although, let's take a look at your official finishing results after this race. Justin Talampas, thanks to pit strategy and that timely caution, he is going to win here tonight at Texas. Congratulations to Talampas. Dylan Young gets a solid second place finish. Great run for him. Alex Hawkins comes away with third. Solid run for him. Michael Walden, the highest finishing rookie, he's going to come away with a fourth place finish. And rounding out the top 5 was Rue McIntyre, who was probably the dominant car of the race. And then 6th with a solid finish, Kendall Maynard, a much-needed top 10 run. Great job for him. Brandon Nichols comes away with a solid 7th. Chase Oliver somewhat bounced back after getting held up from Anthony McCurry, and he comes away with a nice 8th place finish. Ryan Anderson Jr., solid 9th, rounding out the top 10 was Jessica Sheldon. Great run for her. The rest of the top 20 was P.J. Williams, Zachary Fitzwater, Gabe Williams, Chris Washer, Kyle Matthews, or Jesse Setti, then Kyle Matthews, Checo Knight, Ian Dutta, Ken Thero, and Seth Cole. The rest of the top 30 was Jordan Culp, Ian Siegel, Matt McIntyre, David Rivera, Michael Norman, Cody Lamas, Larry Hagan, Cassandra Renzi, Eric Burton, Eric and Rage. And the last car that finished on the lead lap was Trent Dunham. Everybody from 32nd to 38th finished race by a lap or 2 or 3 laps down. Nick Pericles, Austin Weiner, Charles Jackson, Dylan Thero, Alex Pedro, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Anthony McCurry, and everybody else behind them was out of the race after that only crash we had during the race. Jesse King, Biggie Spencer, Cody Hagan, and Sonny Hammond. With Washer finishing in 14th, I'd say Washer is still going to be the points leader heading into the next race, which is going to be a massive one, Talladega, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, here are your results, rookie points and regular points. I'm Levi McIntyre, signing off.
Then please go ahead and use it, cause I was feeling stupid while trying to do music, thinking that I had no voice and that I was useless. But as I write this down, I can see what I mean. Nobody ever will stop me from achieving my dreams.